Hey, it's Chase with Legend Tech Tuesday, and in this video we're going to be talking about front suspension. Not just any particular suspension, we're going to be going over everything for FLs here, and we're going to talk about what these fitments are particularly, and when you want to use them for what application depending on wheel size and your desired riding style. Hey, it's Chase and we're back with another Legend Tech Tuesday. And in this video, we want to cover the FL front suspension options that you've got for 97 all the way to 2020. Now, there's various fitments depending on what you're doing with wheel size. So I'm just going to go over some of those options with you and kind of give you a little bit better understanding of what each application is used for, because it's going to be really important to make sure your bike rides well. So starting over here on the right, we've got 49mm standard height axos. This one's going to retain factory travel. This is going to be your go-to replacement for if you're just wanting better suspension, you've got a stock wheel, this is going to be your go-to. We do also offer them in a shorter length, the 1-inch lower model. Generally, if you send us an email, whether you're a dealer or a customer, and you're asking what we recommend in 99.8% of cases for our customers, it's gonna be the standard height. Mainly because you're gonna be able to still generally lower the rear suspension to kind of accommodate what your rider wants. And we like to keep as much travel on the bike as possible. So if you're watching this and you're curious, generally we're gonna tell you a standard height front end. Moving over into 41mm stuff, we've got the same thing here, standard and 1-inch lowered. The standard height, again, is what we're gonna recommend. This is gonna retain factory travel, and it will have some built-in suspension sag. Now here's where it really kind of gets important to make sure that you're getting the correct item depending on what wheel size you have. So this is a 41mm Axo 21, and this is a 49mm Axo 21. These cartridges are going to be the exact same whether you're using a 21-inch wheel or a 23-inch wheel. The main difference is in those kits, you can see that one of them for the Axo 21 is going to limit your travel by 1 inch, and then on the Axo 23 it's going to limit your travel by 1.25 inches. So if you have a bike that you purchased stock and it had a stock wheel and you've added a 21 to it, you're gonna want an Axo 21 in a 41 or 49mm. Where that gets a little bit different is this here is the Axo 21 KO. So if you purchased a bike and it came factory with a 21-inch wheel on it from Harley, it has a Harley KO kit. Those have longer fork tubes, and when your bike comes with a 21, it's not going to be a travel limited kit. It is not going to have these limiters in there. It is going to have your factory cups, and these will just get reused because they slip right over the end of the Axo. So again, stock bike, added a 21, whether it's through the dealership or a factory, an aftermarket wheel, you're gonna want an Axo 21. If you've purchased an 18 CVO Road Glide that came with a 21, that has a KO kit, and you're gonna wanna make sure that you get the KO Axo 21 because that's gonna be the correct length kit for what you're doing to accommodate the longer fork tubes. If you put an Axo 21 into a bike with a KO, you're gonna have limited travel on both ends and you're gonna get a pretty rough ride out of it. So it's very, very important to make sure that you know what front end you've got, what the length is, whether it's a stock length tube and you've added a 21, or whether you've got a bike that came with a 21 and it has those longer tubes. You can always tell if you have a KO kit because it's got little indentation lines around the top of the fork tube. So either ask your dealership or make sure you're doing your research to make sure that you're picking the correct kit here. If you've got a stock wheel looking for a great replacement, definitely standard height. Put a 21-inch wheel on, Axo 21. Bike came with a 21-inch wheel, Axo 21 KO. that's gonna wrap up everything here for the front end overview. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Leave a comment on the video if you would like to see any particular items covered in more depth. We're kind of taking a running tally on those, and we're gonna try and put out as much content as we can on the subjects that you guys wanna hear. And we'll see you next time on Legend Tech Tuesday. Start talking. Yes, Your Honor. I object. Overruled. Sustained. Your Honor, that's an erroneous phrase. That's going in the bloopers, I know it.
Yep.
Do you know who beat you up? Yes. A madman, Your Honor. A desperate fool at the end of his pitiful rope. Did you get a look at the guy? Yeah. About 6'3", big teeth, kind of gangly. Mike says, hey. Do we need to check the volume of the mic or anything like that?
That's what I was doing earlier.
Oh.
But I think we're good.
You think we're good? Okay. How do I look?
You look good.
You look decent.
You look alright.
Smashable.
Alright. Smashable.
Okay.